I'm going to talk about my proposal to the to the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I have made a proposal that um, they should put more of the money that they're going to get from all these mining oil and and everything that they're doing now, that they're getting some investment, that they should put more into the health care industry, the health care side, because the hospital is at a very low standard of operating. And so I sent a disclaimer, a proposal to the Jamaica, to the government of Jamaica, and I'm going to tell you what I sent to them. Okay. Okay. The cost of setting up a dialysis clinic per town. I was saying that they need to set up a dialysis clinic because a lot of people suffering from renal failure and end-stage kidney problem, and it's a shame that people can still live. And I can speak on this because I have my own experience with family member, and so I made a disclaimer and a proposal to the government. And if you agree with this, give me a thumbs up on this taping. So I made a proposal. The cost to set up a dialysis clinic per town. To make this accessible, Jamaica wouldn't need to build massive new hospital. The smartest approach is to add specialized dialysis annexes to existing Type B and Type C community health center. A standard high-efficiency community clinic would feature 5 dialysis stations capable of treating about 15 to 20 patients per day in shifts. Startup cost per clinic, the dialysis machine, top tier, durable machine, costs roughly 15,000 to 20,000 US dollar each. That is a unit that they use to dialyze the individual, to clean the blood, right? Because since the kidney not working, it costs $15,000 to $20,000 for one of those units. 5 machines each. For 5 machines, $100,000 in all you'd need for 5 machines for each unit. The water treatment system, crucial. The dialysis requires an advanced reverse osmosis water purification system to ensure zero contaminant touch the patient blood. So that they have to have a reverse osmosis system that start the patient maybe 150 cc's through the line that the blood travel through the dialysis, the artificial kidney. So that water that started to have to be clean, very clean, go through osmosis system. So that water purification system to ensure zero contaminant touch the patient blood. This costs about 25,000 US dollars. So they need for each clinic, if they're gonna have 5 dialysis machines, they're gonna need osmosis, reverse osmosis system that would cost about 25,000 US dollars. Clinic, retrofitting and chairs, medical recliners, backup generators, essential given Jamaica power grid issues, and sterilization equipment. Going to cost another 35,000 US dollars. So we're gone 100,000 US dollars, and we're gone 25,000 US dollars, plus we're gone 35,000 US dollars. Okay, so the chairs, reclining chairs, backup generators, right? Because sometimes the power grid don't work. That comes up to about 35,000. Initial medical supplies, dialyzers, because they have to have the artificial dialyzers that the blood runs through in order to clean the blood. The artificial kidney, they call them. Tubings, they have to have tubings, eperings to thin out the blood, and concentrate for the first few months, it's going to cost about $15,000 because they have to have those supplies for the individuals that come in. They have to have the artificial dialyzers. They look something tube like this, but they have straws in it. They call them the kidney, the artificial kidneys. Okay. Total estimate setup cost per town clinic would be about 175,000 US dollars. 27 million Jamaican dollars inaccurate. If Jamaica targets 30 major towns across the 14 parishes, if they set up a clinic and them target 30 major towns across the parishes, the 14 parishes, to ensure total coverage, the structure setup cost would be roughly $5.2 million, which is 810 million Jamaican dollars. And that would be setting up a dialysis clinic in the 14 parishes. 14 parishes. You would have people traveling from Montego Bay to Kingston or from this day. In every part you would have a dialysis clinic. It costs them only 810 million Jamaican dollars. I'm pretty sure they waste more than that. And if we are having a true potential of oil, we have the mud that we are processing and using the mineral that we get from it to sell it to the company them like Tesla and like the chips and like the aircraft. We will have that amount of money to set up that clinic for the dialysis patient. Ain't no reason why people should just die just because the kidney don't work. And this is what I am liaisoning for. I already sent a letter to them, an email to them, asking them to look into setting up a dialysis center in every town. So guys, please comment on that and please put a support there for me. It goes to MamaPray Lifestyle. I'm going to be sending out this video and I need you guys to send a support so that the government will look at that proposal that I sent to them. Then I also talked about in the letter the cost of training dialysis aides, the workforce, because we're going to need those. You are completely right. You do not need a 4-year registered nurse to run every machine. Jamaican can create a specialized certified dialysis technician, dialysis aid program through the Heart/NSTA Trust and other training centers. The training program is about 6 months intense certification course focusing strictly on machine setup, sterilization, cannulation, inserting the needles, and monitoring vital signs. You have to monitor the vital signs. You understand? You know what are vital signs? Temperature, blood pressure, pulse. Okay. Cost to train roughly is 1,500 US dollar, which would run about 230,000 Jamaican dollar per student. The rollout, training 4 technicians per clinic for 30 clinics, 120 technicians total, would cost around 180,000 US dollars. This simultaneously addresses the healthcare crisis and creates high-skilled, dignified jobs for young Jamaicans. So I sent the proposal and I sent the expectation of how much it would cost. And I know they can afford that. That is just one topic that I would put into the thinking cap department. I'm going to talk about that later. Owned dialysis and portable machines, okay, the game changer. Your idea to train family members for home treatment is the ultimate way to decongest hospitals. This is done via a home hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis. The machine, portable home unit like the next stage system. That is a portable dialysis unit. They call it the next NEXT system 1. Are smaller and designed for regular electrical outlet. The cost, the machines themselves are often leased or cost around 15,000 USD. But the real cost is the monthly delivery of fluid and filters, approximately 1,500 USD per month per patient. The training a mandatory 4 to 6 weeks training course at the local town clinic for the patient and one dedicated family member. The savings, while the upfront cost of home dialysis seems high, it saves the government millions in the long run by preventing emergency room admission, eliminating patient transport costs, and keeping patient healthy enough to continue working and contributing to the economy. So I'm also stating that they must get the portable dialysis for the home, train a member, plus the person who probably is on dialysis if they can manage, to help to self-dialyze himself, and to have a clinic visit, a nurse visit once a week or so to make sure everything is being done right. So this is my proposal. Mandating and having a mandating doctor training and creating the fund. Every doctor, I believe, who is doing any kind of doctor should be mandated to take a course in the dialysis training to operate a dialysis clinic. The mandate, the Medical Council of Jamaica could easily implement a rule requiring all general practitioners to complete a specific number of continuing medical education, CME, hours in early stage in nephrology, kidney care. This ensures local doctors catch kidney decline at stage 2 or 3 before a patient even needs a machine. That means they would catch that you're going to have a dialysis problem at your stage 2 or 3 level. You don't have to reach stage 5 to go on a dialysis machine. So that would save a lot of people kidney if they have doctors do a mandatory early stage nephrology kidney training. So that means a doctor can catch it. If your blood count come up and it look away and it look like it consistently coming on, they can just to help you not to go on dialysis. The Special National Kidney Fund, as you suggest, this cannot rely on standard taxes. Jamaica could fund this by placing a dedicated health levy directly onto the incoming oil. The incoming oil that we're having, they should put a portion of it down to fund the dialysis training and to have the dialysis clinic. The revenue from the oil, the revenue from the mud slough, from the backside. You understand? And all the other extras that they're having. They can put down $800 million to do this. For every town in the 14 parish to have a dialysis clinic. So this is what I have done. I have sent a letter to the email of the Prime Minister, and I'm asking you guys to speak about it on my channel, comment on it, and so that we can have a dialysis clinic in every town, major town in the 14 parishes. Okay. A mandatory doctor training, as I said, and creating the fund. Okay. Gold and rare earth element revenues, alternatively. They can use all of that revenue too. Alternative. A specific syntax adjustment on high sodium and high sugar imported food could directly feed this fund, making the product causing the illness pay for the cure. That means people who are importing high sodium and high sugar imported food, put a tax on that food that's been imported so that can go to the health of the patient when they get sick, because that is help to what cause failed kidney. The Solomonic outcome. This is what I'm saying. Jamaica could also be a place where people want to get knowledge from if we develop a thinking cap for our country where we present issues and outcomes, placebos that we have been working. You have a special set of brains, thinkers, who think about certain things, how to get more out of the resources, how to train the young people, and how to make sure the country is self-dependent and not dependent on another country. So spend the money in training our young people with technology, with science, biology, everything that we need to be structural independent for our country, okay? By decentralizing the technology into towns, utilizing trained community aides and empowering families with portal. Oh, we spoke about that. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's about it that I'm going to talk about, the thinking cap. If you need an excerpt of it, what I have wrote about making Jamaica one of a section of the government, call it the thinking cap. And it's not supposed to be governed by any political side. It's supposed to be independent so that they don't have like a 1 year or 2 year, 4 or 5 years. They can have a long-term analysis going on so that whatever we need to come out, they will have the time and nobody will fire them. These are scientists, doctors, technicians who have educated themselves, come back to Jamaica. Instead of you having doctors running, they're staying, scientists staying, and they're building a thinking cap that can make the country better, right? If we have that model that can create all these things and chips, we can use it for our own self and make sure we don't have to depend on just oil and gas. We can depend on, every house must have some solar energy. We have sun, we have wind, we have the water, that we don't have to rely on so much and spending so much money. Health, we can have people that start to do a lot of science research on the health of the people that get to the highest level of healthcare, of science, so that we're becoming like a Solomonic, you know, or they used to go to Solomon, finding oil around the country. And that even Queen of Sheba, she went there, they bring all kind of gifts because they want to know how, you know, Jerusalem was being operated, because he had wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And I think we need a thinking cap. We call it the thinking cap. It represents the Solomonic dynasty, where everybody would run to Solomon to understand how he operated his country. Let us think deep. Let us go deep and be blessed for now. And this also will be up and you will see. And give me a thumbs up. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to MamaPray Lifestyle. All right? And this is signing out for now.